Hi guys, I'm Sophie-Amalie. Thank you for watching. So this video is a short, could be a morning routine. That's what I'm gonna call it. So just getting, waking up, moving the spine a little bit, doing a little bit of strength, not too much. So something you could just roll out of bed, roll onto the mat and do in the morning. I hope you guys like it. Have fun. So we're gonna start here today, just sitting however you feel like. Just let your arm either hang on your knees, you can let them hang on the floor. Again, whatever feels good for you, and just close your eyes here for a second. And just start by breathing. Good. So feel how your body is doing today. Do you have any spots around your back, your shoulders, your neck, your hip that might feel tight? Just be aware of that. See if you can lift yourself nice and long. Good. You want to keep the ring of your ribs over the ring of your pelvis. So just relax your front side a little bit and see if you can make your spine longer. Good. Just take 2 long breaths here. So you take a nice long inhale. And exhale to see if you can lift the crown of your head higher up towards the ceiling. Good. And again, take a long inhale. And lift yourself taller. Good. And then one more. And I'll lift your shoulders up towards your ears. Take a long inhale. And let them slowly just come down where they belong. Good. And again, lifting the shoulders up towards your ears. And slowly back down. Good. Last one. Lifting up. And relax your shoulders nice and easy back where they belong. Good. And interlace your fingers behind your head. Let your thumbs go a little bit down your neck, and then use your arms to pull your neck a little bit longer. So don't pull too hard, but have the feeling of your head really resting in your hands. You can almost find the feeling of your hands carrying your whole spine. Good. So just lift yourself here nice and tall as your neck is getting longer. Your chin is coming a little bit down towards your chest. Good. Let your shoulders drop down, nice, and then take a long inhale here. On your exhale, let your chin come down towards your chest, but try to keep your neck long still. Good. We're just looking for that easy stretch on the neck. If it's too much for you, don't hold on to your head. Just let your arms hang. Good. And from here, just let your elbows hang. So we're getting a little bit more weight to this neck stretch. And then roll slowly down towards the floor. So you want to roll and round your spine. So you decide if you want to roll a little bit in front of your sit bones, if you want to hang a little bit behind your sit bones, or maybe you just want to stay on top of your sit bones. It makes a little bit, it gives a little bit of a different stretch. So whatever you prefer, and just hang out here for a second. Maybe you feel this long stretch all the way from your tailbone up through the crown of your head. Good. And then take an inhale here. Let your shoulders relax and then roll slowly back up again to find this long spine. So you're going to stagger the vertebrae on top of each other. Good. Let your elbows open just a little bit and see if you can find that pull of your neck again. Good. Take an inhale. And again, let your chin fall down towards your chest, but try to keep your neck long. If you want to, you can let your elbows hang and give it a little bit more weight. And then roll slowly down towards the floor one more time. Maybe you want to change the position of your pelvis this time. Good. And roll slowly back up to sit. The same way up. Good. See if you can find that lift again, so it's come back to where you have the feeling that your hands are carrying your spine. Good. And from here, let's go in the other direction. So you're going to open your elbows nice and wide. Lift your chest bone forward and up towards the ceiling. So it's not a huge movement. It's just to open the chest and to get a little bit into this easy back extension. Good. And come back into center one more time. So you can open your elbows just a little bit wider. Push your chest bone forward and up towards the ceiling. Nice. Take a long breath here. And come back into center. Good. Lift your spine again nice and tall. And then let go with your hands and just see if you can keep this feeling in your spine. Good. Take your right hand, lift it up and over and go all the way over to your left side. Good. So you can let your shoulders drop down on your back. See if you can keep both sit bones in the mat. Good. If you want to open your chest a little bit up to the ceiling or turn a little bit down towards the floor, then please do that. So do whatever feels good for you. And come all the way up. Good. We're going to do the other side. So stretching up and over. So really try to make that side longer and longer and longer. So I'm pulling my hip or pushing my hip down into the mat and I'm pulling my fingers away from my head. So I'm really making this nice long side stretch again. Look a little bit for where you feel it the best. Good. And come all the way back up. Good. Find this length again. Let's interlace the fingers one more time behind your head. So lift your neck longer, lift your head longer, your spine long. Good. And now we already did our flexion and extension, lateral flexion. Now let's do our rotation. So you're lifting up, take an inhale, and just rotate to one side. Have the feeling it's not your shoulders, it's not your elbows, it's your chest bone moving around. And come back into center. Good. Still lifting up. And other side. So turn, rotate as much as possible. Good. And come back into center. One more time. Lifting long. And turn and rotate. Good. And back into center. Last time. Lift yourself again nice and tall. Turn and rotate. And come back into center. Good. Just release your arms and just shake out your shoulders. Good. And let's come onto the edge of the mat. Good. So just lift yourself again nice and long. So we already found this length in your spine. See if you can find it again. So we still want to keep the ring of the ribs on top of the ring of your pelvis, so you're not leaning forward or behind, just over yourself. Good. Lift yourself nice and tall and long. Take an inhale. And then from here, see if you can gather your sit bones, your hip bones, and your ribs, just to engage your pelvic floor and your transverse, these lower stomach muscles. Good. And again, lifting up tall. And bring your sit bones together, your hip bones together, your ribs a little bit down towards your hip. Good. And just the last time, lifting up. And again, bringing sit bones, hip bones, ribs together. Now tilt your pelvis and round. Pull your tailbone under yourself. We've done these before. Thinking about the abdominals. Now I want to think a little bit more about the mobility of the spine. Good. So use your hands, really hold on to your legs. Tilt your pelvis even more. You can pull your belly button a little bit down towards the floor. And then use your arms here to come all the way up again. All the way up to sit tall. Good. One more time. And again, bringing sit bones, hip bones, ribs together. Tilt your pelvis and round. Good. Roll slowly behind your sit bones. Good. Down to hang a little bit in your arms, but I'm still engaging my abdominals just a little bit. Good. And roll slowly back up again. All the way up to sit. Good. Just one last time. Again, tilting and rounding. Good. Exactly. Now stay here and hold it. Tilt it a little bit more. So I do want those abdominals to work just a little bit. So from here, just let go of your legs. Float it here. Let your shoulders drop down. Pull your belly button a little bit further down towards your mat. Good. And grab onto your legs. Come all the way up to sit. Lift yourself tall. Good. And now roll all the way down to the floor. So all the way down to your mat, but take it nice and slow. So still tilting and rounding and tilting and rounding and tilting and rounding. Good. And come all the way down on your back. You can bring your feet a little bit closer towards yourself. Good. Now, open your feet and walk your feet all the way to the outside of your mat. Good. And just let both knees fall to one side. Good. Just hang out here for a second. You might feel a little stretch on your top leg. Just stay there, take a breath. And then round a little bit, so tilt your pelvis just a tiny bit to bring your legs back into center. And then go to the other side. Good. And let your knees hang, just breathe. And just tilt your pelvis a tiny bit towards yourself. And then bring your knees back into center. Good. Just one more time. Going over to your first side. Good. Now stay here. Take a long inhale. And exhale, relax. And one more inhale. And tilt your pelvis a little bit. Exhale, bring your knees back into center. Good, other side. Take an inhale here. Just relax a little bit more in your exhale. Good. And one more inhale. So tilt your pelvis and bring your knees back into center. Good. Now walk your feet back in to parallel position, hip width apart. We're going to do 4 pelvic curls just to move the spine a little bit more. Take an inhale here. And exhaling, tilt your pelvis and around. Roll through your spine all the way up and find this nice length. Take an inhale. And roll slowly back down again. Good. So articulating through the spine all the way up and all the way down. 3 more. And exhaling up. So tilting and rounding, rolling through the spine. See if you can find this gentle pull of your heels. And roll slowly back down on your mat. Good. Just have 2 more. Take an inhale. Tilting, rounding. All the way up. Good. See if you can tilt your pelvis a little bit more. And roll slowly back down again. Super. Let's just do last one. Take an inhale here. And exhaling. Back up. Good. Stay here and hold it. Tilt your pelvis a little bit more. See if you can feel your glutes working, your hamstrings working, your abdominals working. You can push your arms a little bit into the mat. Nice. Take an inhale. And roll all the way back down on the mat. Good. From here, just close your feet. Jump your pelvis a little bit over to your right side. Let your knees fall over to your left side. So you want the knees on top of each other. Good. And just open your arms out to a T. Maybe a little V position instead if you don't have space. And just get this opening of your lower back, this rotation in your spine again. Good. If you want to, you can look over your right shoulder so we get the end of this rotation. Just take 2 breaths here. Good. From here, you're going to take your right arm, stretch it as far away from you as possible. Lift it up and over the ceiling. Let your eyes follow, your shoulders follow, all the way over on your left hand. Good. Now stretch it even further over your left arm, opening up, so like a book. See if you can relax your head on the mat, relax your shoulders. Good. One more time, stretching away from you, lifting, up and over. Good. Coming all the way over on your left hand. Stretch it a little bit further away. Lift it again up and over the ceiling. Good. Let your arm come back in the floor and then engage your abdominals a little bit to bring your knees back into center. Good. Jump your pelvis over the center all the way over to your left side, and now let your knees fall over to your right side. Good. Just find a nice position for you. So it should be a nice stretch. It shouldn't be hard on the spine. Just move a little bit around and find a good position. Good. And let's just stay here and take 2 long breaths. You can look over your left shoulder if that feels good. Good. So we're going to do the same thing here. And stretching your left arm as far away from you as possible. Lift it up and over the ceiling. Good. All the way over your right hand. Stretch it even further away. Lift it back up over the ceiling. Let your eyes follow. Good. One more time. Switching away from you. Lift it up and over. Hands in the floor and just stretch it away from you to come all the way back where we started. Good. Find your abdominals again. Bring your knees back into center. Jump your pelvis back in the middle and just bring right knee up to your chest, your left knee. Give your knees a hug and just swing a little bit around here, around your lower back. Take a long breath. From here, come up on your mat. So you want to come to stand on all 4. So we would like the hands just under the shoulders and your knees just under your hip. Good. You can have your knees hip width apart, so you still have a little bit of help for balance. Good. And from here, let's just do a little bit for your shoulders. So just slowly hang into your shoulder joint. Good. So I'm bringing my shoulder blades together, just hanging out here. And then bring your armpits a little bit down towards your hip. See if you can get the feeling of this part right here between your back and your neck. It's lifting a little bit higher and get as wide as possible over your shoulders. Good. 2 more times. So you're going to come slowly down to hang into your shoulders. And lift yourself out again. So you're trying to make this really wide, nice, long, strong back. Good. Last time. Coming slowly down. Take an inhale. And exhaling, lifting up again. Finding this nice, long spine. Good. Pull your belly button a little bit up towards the ceiling. See if you can find the feeling again of your hip bones pulling together. Your ribs pulling a little bit down towards your hip. Now stretch your right leg behind you, good, without changing the pelvis at all. Stretch your other arm, left arm, forward, so we're opposite arm and leg. Good, just stay here for a second. Make yourself longer and stronger, good, and come slowly back in to change other side. So same thing, bringing your left leg back, stretching your right arm forward. Make sure you're not hanging in your shoulders, so lift your back up towards the ceiling. Stretch yourself again, nice and long. And come slowly back in. We're just going to do that one more time. Right leg back, left arm forward. Just stretch yourself long. So here, it's actually a lot of work. So your back muscles need to work. Your legs are working, your arm are working. Shoulder joints, your front side is working. Good. And slowly back in. So last time, left leg, right arm, good. Again, finding your stomach, good. Nice long back. And come all the way in again, same position. Hands under your shoulders, knees under your hip. And then take a long inhale. On your exhale, bring your sit bones, hip bones, ribs together. Tilt your pelvis and round. So you want to round your whole spine into this nice, beautiful cat stretch. And then send your tailbone back again. So you want to find a neutral position in your pelvis. And then go for a little back extension here. So kind of like we did in the beginning, sending your chest bone forward and up. And again, tilting and rounding. So I'm pulling my tailbone under myself. Let the whole spine round, look into your belly button, and then start moving your tailbone again. Make sure you're not collapsing, hanging in your back, so I still want your lower back long, but I want you to open your chest wide. Good, just 2 more. Again, tilting and rounding. And letting the tailbone lead. Forward, open the chest, find this little back extension, see if you can pull your armpits down towards your hip. And the last time, tilting and rounding. And coming back again, find this nice long back, open your chest, good. Come back in and find a neutral spine. Open your knees a bit wider and then push yourself into your rest position. Good, stretch your arms forward. Push your pelvis back on your feet. Take a couple of breaths here. So you take a long inhale. And then on your exhale, see if you can release in your hip joint. If you can push your hands a little bit further front. If you can push your pelvis a little bit further back on your heels. Just the last time, take an inhale. And exhaling, relax down on your feet. And from here, let's slowly roll up to sit. All the way up slowly through the spine. Good. Let your shoulders drop down. You can close your knees. Good. I'm just going to turn towards you. Let's just end off by moving the shoulders a little bit. So you bring your hands on your shoulders. Just let your elbows hang. Good. And from here, think of leading with your elbows. So I want to bring my elbows together, forward, and then as far up towards the ceiling as possible. Letting still the elbows lead, so as far back as possible, and forward. But I really want to do it carefully. Don't want too much cracking, too much around the joints. So do it slowly, moving around. Good. Again, letting the elbows lead. So think about painting a nice, beautiful circle with your elbows. Let's do the other way around. So you're letting your elbows as far back as possible. Good. Circling up to the ceiling. Just through and say hi to your ears. 2 more. Big round circles. Good. And the last time. Good. And just let your arms hang. Good job, guys. So I hope you feel ready to go into your day. I hope you liked the video. If you did like it, then please give it a little thumbs up. Please share it with your friends. I would love the channel to grow a little bit more. So if you know somebody who might need this little morning stretch or any of the other videos, then please share it with them. Thank you so much for watching and take care of yourself.